1. Meeting, greeting, and introducing. Professor Usher, how nice to see you. It's nice to see you again too. I don't think you've met my assistant before. This is Mr. Carvalho. How do you do? How do you do? Have you visited that country before? Yes, I was here 3 years ago. Would you like tea or coffee? Tea, please, with milk. I'm afraid we haven't got any milk. I'm very sorry. It doesn't matter. I often drink tea without milk. Hello, how are you? Fine, thanks. And you? Oh, not so bad. Come into the kitchen. Thank you. Take a seat. Would you like a cup of tea? Yes, that would be nice. Or perhaps you'd prefer coffee? No, I'd like tea, please. Well, the kettle's just boiling. Do you take milk? No, thank you. Can I have lemon? Oh, I don't know if I... Wait a minute. Yes, here's a lemon. Sugar? Yes, please. How many? 2, please. Right. Here you are. Oh, that looks lovely. Thanks. Tell me more about yourself, Sam. Where do you come from? I come from Wales. I was born in Colwyn Bay. Where's that? In North Wales. It's a small seaside town. Why did you come to London? To study at the Royal College, of course. It's very good and very famous. Where were you born? I was born in Sydney. Is that where you lived all your childhood? Yes, I lived there all my childhood. How long have you been in Britain? Oh, I've been here since 1972. Why did you come here? I married an Englishman. It was quite a romantic situation. We were both in France and we met and married there. Situation 2. What's your hobby? Have you got any hobbies? Yes, I'm fond of fishing and I'm very keen on making home movies. I like taking photographs, but I haven't got a movie camera. I take a lot of photographs too, but I'm interested in the history of the cinema, so I really enjoy using a film camera. What other interests have you got? Do you collect anything? Yes, I collect stamps, and I've got quite a big collection of records and tapes, but I don't buy many now. I'm sorry, Sam. I don't want to go to the folk concert. How about going to the theater? I hate going to the theater. Well, what do you like doing? Traveling, swimming, going to the cinema. And you? I like painting, sailing, watching football, and talking to you. I like talking to you too. Do you want to go to an exhibition? There's a new one at the Tate Gallery tomorrow. That's a good idea. Let's do that. What do you like doing in the evening? Do you watch much TV, for example? Yes, quite a lot of television. Yes. How much? I should think about 2 or 3 hours. Every day? Yes. What are your favorite programs? Documentaries, serials, classics. Yes. Do you watch much sport on TV? Snooker, horse jumping. Situation 3. Meals. What are your plans for today, Mark? Nick and I are going shopping. Do you want to come too? Well, as a matter of fact, I'm meeting Steve. He's writing an article and he's asked me to take some photographs for it. An article? What about? Oh, just people. Anyway, I'm seeing Steve at the zoo at 10. Oh, well, let's meet for lunch, shall we? How about that sandwich bar we went to on Friday? I'll see you there about 1. Would you like some tea? I'd prefer some coffee if you've got any. Of course. How do you take it? White with 2 sugars, please. Peter, how often do you exercise? Well, I swim and run every day. Now, tell me, what do you eat? Well, I don't eat any meat, but I do eat fish and eggs. Do you eat a lot of vegetables? Oh, yes, and fruit. I love fruit. What do you drink? Well, I never drink alcohol, coffee or tea. They're very bad for you. What do you drink? I drink a lot of milk. It's very good for you. I have milk and sugar with my cereal every morning. How's the new job, Alison? Well, I'm terribly busy. Every day I meet lots of people, but I do lots of typing and filing too. Don't you like being a receptionist? Oh, I enjoy meeting people, and I like answering the phone, but I hate typing, and I can't stand filing. You can go to college, you know. Why don't you study for a year? What do you mean? I mean, you can do a course in business studies. After a year, you get a certificate. Then you can apply for lots of different jobs. That's a good idea. I like studying. Why don't you get a prospectus? Situation 4. What's on TV tonight? What's on the box tonight? Does anyone know? Oh, nothing much. There's a panorama at 8 for an hour. Oh, good. And there's the football at 9:25. I want to see that. Oh, not again. Just a minute. What time does it finish? The last part of the thriller's on the other side at 11:15. I'd like to see that. Well, the football ends at 11. You'll have to miss the last 15 minutes then. You'll probably be asleep by then. No, I won't. At least your football doesn't clash with the news. I always like that on at 9. What would you like to do tonight? I don't know. What do you suggest? Let's have a look in the paper and see what's on. I'd like to go to the cinema. Have you seen Star Wars? No, I haven't. And I'd really like to see it. Good. Let's go to the Dominion and see Star Wars. Come on, Sue, Natalie, it's time for bed. But it's only 9 o'clock. I know, but we need to get up early tomorrow to catch the train. Oh yes, I forgot. We're going to London to see Madame Tussauds. That's right. So, you need to go to bed early and get a good night's sleep. You've got a busy day tomorrow. Situation 5. Getting sick. You look tired, Jill. Yes, I feel tired. I worked hard for my exams. You need a rest. You've finished your exams, so why don't you go away somewhere for a long weekend? That's a good idea. Perhaps Marika will come with me. Hello, Sergio. What's the matter? I'm feeling terrible. Oh dear, why don't you see a doctor? Perhaps I will. Good morning, doctor. Good morning, Miss Usher. How are you today? I'm not feeling very well. I've got a bad cold. Have you got a sore throat too? No, but I've got a headache. Yes, I see. Go home to bed and take one of these pills every 3 hours. Thank you very much, doctor. Hello, David. How are you? You don't look very well. Hi, Julia. I feel awful. What's the matter? I've got a bad headache. I keep getting headaches. I haven't been sleeping well either. I'm sure you've been working too hard, David. I've got to finish this report before the weekend. I'm really worried about it. For the last fortnight, I've been working 12 hours a day. I've got to get it done. That's obviously why you're getting the headaches. I think you should see a doctor. Hello, Mrs. Charles. Come in and sit down. Hello, doctor. What's the matter? I've got backache. Do you often have backache? No, I don't. I've never had a bad one before. When did it start? About 4 days ago. Well, Go home and rest in bed for 2 days. Then you'll feel better. Can you give me some medicine? It's very painful. Yes, I'll give you some pills. Take 1 or 3 times a day and come back in 3 days if you don't feel. Hello, Parkway Health Clinic. Can I help you? Yes, this is Mrs. Shivers. I'd like to make an appointment to see Dr. Fox. Certainly. When would you like to come? Well, I'm free on Monday. I'm afraid Dr. Fox won't be here next week. He's on holiday. Oh, well, I'll be in London tomorrow. Can you see me then? Yes, he's here tomorrow. And he's free at 12. Oh dear, I'm meeting a friend for lunch at 12:30. Isn't he free in the afternoon? I'm afraid not. Dr. Fox is very busy at the moment. He won't be able to see you unless you come at 12. Well, all right. I'll change my lunch appointment. 12 o'clock tomorrow. That's right, Mrs. Shivers. Oh, just a minute. Did you receive my last payment? I didn't get a receipt. Oh, well, hold on a minute, Mrs. Shivers. I'll just look in our files. Hello, Mr. White. What can I do for you today? Well, I've got this pain in my ear, a sore throat, and keep losing my voice. Do you think you have a cold? Yes, I do. Well, go on. Well, I was up on the roof all day yesterday, you know. On the roof? What were you doing there? Well, I was putting up a new TV aerial, and I had a few problems. It was terribly cold. Oh, go on. Well, last night I got this throat and I started getting hot. Do you have a temperature? Have you taken it? Yes, it's 100. Right. Let's have a little look. Open wide. Let's have a look at this ear. Turn a little, will you? That's good. Right you are, Mr. White. Thank you, doctor. Right now, you're off home to bed for 3 days. On the way, take this to the chemist. Take it 3 times a day after meals. Nothing to worry about. It will clear up quickly enough. All right then. Yes. Cheerio. Come in. Come in. Ah, hello. Please take a seat. Thank you, doctor. 64. You're Angela Sturgate, aren't you? Yes, I am. Well, Angela, how can I help you? Doctor, I have this pain. Where? In my head. I mean, I have a lot of headaches. I see. Let me ask you some questions. What do you do? I'm a teacher. A teacher? Do you smoke? Yes, I do. About 30 cigarettes a day. I see. And what about exercise? Do you take any exercise? Do you play tennis? Do you swim? No, you see, I don't have the time. I work hard and I have a lot to do. Now listen, Miss Stanget. You've got a problem. Actually, you've got two problems. You smoke and you don't take exercise. Yes, so there are three things you must do. 1. Stop smoking. Don't have any cigarettes at all. 2. Take exercise 2 or 3 times a week. Swim, run, or play tennis. All right? Yes, doctor. And 3. Take an aspirin every morning. Dad was really bad-tempered last night, and it's not like him. He used to like meeting my friends. Well, I'm afraid you've come at rather a bad time. What do you mean? Well, I wasn't going to tell you. He hasn't been feeling very well lately. Has he seen the doctor? Yes, he had a checkup last month. The doctor says he may have to go into hospital. Oh no, what is it exactly? They're not sure, but they think it may be his heart. Oh, perhaps I ought to stay here then. The others can go without me. No, there's no point in that. It probably isn't serious at all. And please, Jane, don't say anything to your dad about this. You're not looking very cheerful. What's the matter with you? Oh, nothing special. I'm just a bit fed up. With the job? With everything? With catching the same train every morning? Sitting in the same office all day, watching the same television programs? You need a holiday. It wasn't always like this, you know. How do you mean? Well, our great-great-grandfathers had more fun, didn't they? I mean, they hunted for their food and grew their own vegetables and did things for themselves. We do the same sort of job for years and years. There's no variety in our lives. You need a holiday. That's what's the matter with you. Situation 6. Education and students' activities. At what age do children start school in your country? At 5. Do boys and girls go to school together? Yes, they do. Do you think this is a good idea? Yes, I do. Do some children go on to university? Yes, they do. What examinations do they take first? O-levels and A-levels. How long do they usually stay at university? 3 or 4 years. Do English students have to pay for their education? No, the fees are usually paid by the state. Do they get a grant as well? Yes, most of them get a grant. Can they live on it? It's very difficult. Most people take a summer job or work for the post office at Christmas to earn a bit of extra money. And what are the benefits of having a student card? Cheap rail travel, cheap theater tickets, cheap entrance to some art exhibitions and concerts, things like that. How many hours a week do you work, Sue? We have to start at 9 o'clock in the morning, but I'm always at school by 8:15, in fact. We finish at 4 o'clock 4 days a week, and I usually do go home at 4 o'clock, and I'm usually home by 4:30. Wednesday afternoon is free, so we finish at 12 o'clock on Wednesday. How long have you been interested in computers, Sue? Interested? I suppose I got interested when I did my master's degree. What sort of things do you do with your computer? Well, I use my computer personally as a word processor quite a lot. But I also use it for playing around, creating programs. Excuse me, are you a student? Yes, I am. Forgive my asking you, but do you have to take a part-time job in the holidays? Not really. My parents are fairly well off, so I get an allowance from my father. You are lucky, aren't you? I suppose so. How many hours a week are you working at the moment? Well, I'm working Monday to Friday plus. Is it? Are you working more at the moment? Yes, I'm doing 3. Well, I usually do 3 evenings a week, but the evenings that I'm working are usually a little bit longer than any other time of the year. And I will do the occasional Saturday, because obviously Saturday is a popular day. Go really fast, Cindy. I can't. The speed limit here is 30 miles an hour. What a pity. I love going fast. How do you usually get to school? We never go by car. We usually walk or go by bus. How long does it take you? About 20 minutes by bus. What was your first gliding lesson like? It was very interesting. How did you start? Well, the instructor showed me the controls. What happened next? The instructor showed me how to use them. Then we went for a short flight. Were you nervous when you took over the controls for the first time? Yes, very. My hands were trembling. Did you have any moments of panic? Yes, when the glider was rushing towards the ground and I suddenly forgot what to do. That must have been frightening. Situation 8. going back to the old school. When I got home last night, I found a letter from students at the school I used to go to. They want me to go back and talk to them. Oh, really? And are you going? I don't know. I used to hate school, so I don't want to go back very much. But it's different now. Yes, I know. But it's still a difficult decision. You see, when I was at school, I used to be a rebel, and none of the teachers used to like me very much. Well, I think you should go. When I was younger, I used to dream about meeting a famous pop star. You can't disappoint them. You're right, Jan. Okay, I will go. What did you think of the lecture? I thought it was very interesting. Did you really? Yes. Didn't you? Certainly not. I thought he talked a lot of rubbish. So you think you know more than he does? Well, take coal for instance. What about it? Coal won't become important again. Why not? It's too dirty. They won't be able to find people to work down coal mines in the future. They'll invent new kinds of machinery. Nonsense. The only sort of power they'll use in the future is atomic power. Do you know much about computers? Not a great deal. I've just been reading an article about them. They are used for all sorts of things now. For accounting systems and things, you mean? Yes, but they're used for other things too. Do you remember when we went to buy our tickets for the flight to Greece? Yes. The man asked where we wanted to go. Then he typed out the information on a form and waited for a reply. A few moments later, he gave us our tickets. Of course, his machine must have been connected to a computer. That's right. Do you want black or white coffee? White, please. Look, there's a folk concert tomorrow evening. Do you want to go? I don't like folk music very much. What kind of music do you like? I like classical music. Do you? Not very much. Classical music sends me to sleep. I don't believe you. It's true. You're funny. So are you. How about another coffee? Sally, which is your favorite record in this week's top 10? Well, I like number 4, Sweet Girl, best. I think it's much better than this week's number 1, in fact. I also like Gold Dust, but I don't think it's as good as Sweet Girl. So, number 4 is your favorite. Which records don't you like? Well, I don't like reproduction very much. It's too slow and boring. In fact, I think it's the worst in this week's top 10. I have started learning to play the guitar. Have you? And I've always been interested in. I've never had the time. And so, you've bought a guitar? I have. And are you taking lessons? Not taking lessons. I'm teaching myself. I see. You've got a book and... Yeah, and I've talked to people that play the guitar. Got the basic ideas. Yes, and are you making progress? Yes, I am. Making very good progress. Yes. Oh, great. I'm very pleased, actually. What sort of music do you want to play? All sorts. Nothing in particular. Anything but lisps from Spanish classical jazz. What a pity we couldn't see Star Wars last night. Yes, it was a pity. I've always wanted to see it. Everyone says it's a really great film. What sort of films do you like best? Horror films and thrillers, and science fiction. That's why I want to see Star Wars. How about you? What kind of films do you like? Historical films and comedies. I've seen lots of Laurel and Hardy films. So have I. Have you seen The Music Box? Yes, several times. Look, we've arrived in Brighton. And the train's right on time. You've just left school, haven't you, Sailor? Yes, I finished last Friday. You sound relieved. Well, yes, I don't mind admitting that I am. I enjoyed school, but I did object to having to go in every day once we've done all our exams. Well, what are you going to do now? Have you made any plans? Yes, I intend to go to university. That will be in September. But it all depends on my A-level results. You mean getting into university actually depends on your passing your A-level subjects, does it? Oh, yes. But what about the future after university? What do you want to do? Well, firstly, I'm interested in getting a degree, and that takes 3 or 4 years, remember. Work all the time? No student politics or anything? Well, certainly no student politics. That's not my cup of tea. But I don't think I should work all the time either. I have to study hard and enjoy myself. I hear you went to Southampton University. Is that right? Yes, I did actually. It seems a long time ago now. Oh, I suppose so. But how long ago was it, in fact? Oh, well, about 71. I think I graduated in 1971. 71? How funny. Why? Well, that's the year my brother left. Really? Yes, he was there. What a coincidence. Yeah, I don't think you remember someone with the name of Harris, do you? Oh, Harris. No. Yes, Donald Harris. No, I don't think so. You don't happen to know what department he was in, do you? My dear, I should know. No, I really can't remember. Isn't it terrible? Situation 8. An appointment. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. I have an appointment with Mr. Blake. My name is Ahmed Ali. Oh, yes. Your appointment is at 4:15. Can you wait a moment, please, Mr. Ali? Yes, of course. Tell me about your present job, Allison. I'm a receptionist. I work with a travel firm. Why do you want to study here? Because I want a better job. I want to go into management. Well, you have all the qualifications, and we can offer you a place. Is your company going to sponsor you? I don't know. I have to talk to Mr. Blake, the manager. We need to know soon. The course begins in October. Yes, I'm going to see Mr. Blake tomorrow. Good. Well, now Miss Wilkins is going to show you around. Thank you for coming. Goodbye, Mrs. Hutton. Thank you for seeing me. So, you are applying for the post of property manager, Mr. Gilder? Yes, I'm very interested in this job. Would you be willing to travel on business? Certainly. I'd welcome the opportunity. You've got the sort of qualifications and general experience we're looking for. Do you think you could organize a team of 12? I feel fairly confident about that. When I was with Luyện and Company, I was in charge of 8 people. You understand that the hours would often be very long. Oh yes, I'm prepared to accept that. Good morning, my name's James Goodman. Oh, good morning, Mr. Goodman. Nice to meet you. I'm Peter Banks from Personnel. Do sit down. Thank you very much. Now, have you brought your curriculum vitae with you? Oh, my CV. Yes, here it is. There are 3 copies. Have you brought your certificates as well? No, I haven't. I'm awfully sorry. Can I send them to you? Yes, that will be all right. Now, let's talk about the post. Can you honestly say you've tried everything to get a job? I think so. I don't know. It seems you can't get a job without experience. And you can't get experience without a job. Well, that's it, in a nutshell. But there are job opportunity schemes now, aren't there? Set up by the government. In theory, you get the necessary experience. I know what you're going to say. But in practice, you just work for less money and do all the dirty jobs, the messy work no one else will do. In effect, it's just putting things off for a year. At the end of it, the situation is still the same. How are you getting on? Are you still working for the insurance company? Yes, that's right. I should think you know all about insurance by now, don't you? Oh, quite a lot. To tell you the truth, I'm a bit tired of it. Are you thinking of making a change? Yes, I am, actually. You know, I've always been keen on pottery. I'm thinking of starting my own pottery business. That sounds a wonderful idea. Yes, I've got a lot of ideas, but the problem is money. If I had enough money, I'd leave the insurance company tomorrow. Come in. Thank you. Good morning. Hello. Please take a seat, Miss Peabody. Brenda Peabody. Oh, yes, Miss Peabody. Now then, I've got a few questions. Let's see. Can you type? Type? Yes. Can you type? No, I can't type. I see. What about shorthand? Shorthand? Yes, shorthand. Can you take shorthand? I don't know. I've never tried. So, you can't take shorthand and you can't type. What can you do, may I ask? Well, I can play the piano and the guitar. Play the piano and the guitar? Yes, and I can dance and sing. Miss Peabody, what are you doing here? I want a job. I want to work here. But, Miss Peabody, you can't take shorthand and you can't even type. No, of course I can't. I'm an actress.